it's the window of the nursery, and you can see the baby, so you do not have to disturb them, but you can check they're all right. So I was standing outside of such a window, and I didn't see cradles, but I saw an operating room. And on that operating room was a guy. That was a cute guy, it was a nice guy. We didn't make contact, we didn't make eye contact. He had dark hair, straight nose, had a black belt around his chest, and he was waiting to be operated upon. And on the left hand, on my left hand, so his right, the door opened. So now we're exploring the left hand of the infinity model. So on the left hand, the door opened, and in comes the surgeon in his green scrubs. And it was a lot of energy walking in. And the minute he walks in, I discover standing outside that he really wants to kill that man on the operating table. And I'm scared. I think, well, I'm going to witness a murder here, and I'm not allowed to go inside. I'm not able to rescue it. What can I do? So I felt completely miserable. But then I looked from the surgeon back to the operating table, and it was empty. And I was so glad. I was so relieved that that cute boy had escaped. And I knew he couldn't have walked out of the door, because that's where the surgeon was standing. So I started to check him. I started to check the four corners, just like in the infinity model. Four corners. I didn't find him. Where this guy is hiding. So my eyes went up to the ceiling, and then I saw two eyes and a nose. And I was so glad. I said, that guy, he really can do something. He escaped. He's there. But then I watched that the doctor who made contact with me, he did see me. The guy on the operating table didn't see me. But the surgeon saw me. And he saw me looking up. He looked up, he took his knife, and I woke up really, really scared, because I knew that guy was going to be killed. So I took this dream to my dream group and to all the methods I know, and I just saw, well, maybe it's my ambition. I'm confronted with a surgeon, and well, those are really guys that really have made it, and well, I'm just little old me, and well, that's gotta be it. But then, 5 months later, my brother called me, and he said, well, our daddy is in the hospital, but don't worry, it's not fatal. And my dad had gotten a lack of oxygen in his blood. And he got pneumonia around his chest. And on the last day of his life, I was in the hospital, and I was like a detective. And at that moment, I got my dream, because I was scanning my daddy. Are you alive? Because they were pinching him and getting needles into his veins, and he didn't react. And then, at that last day, I just looked up and said, where are you? And then I said, it's a dream. That was a precognitive dream. So, if I had known about this way of thinking about the infinity model of healing, every time you got a dream where you have got a very, very strong emotion, always take care that you explore a possibility of a precognitive dream, of a path that would be able to take place in your future. Always do.
Did Dad die of a medical complication? Did the doctors kill him, or did he die?
Well, they played an active role into ending his life in the smoothest, most painless possible way. Yeah. We were very upset about that at that point in time, but now I think it was the most sensible thing to do. because his body was really, yeah, it was for the best. But it wasn't for us at that time. But would I have known about the infinity model of healing, I would have said, hey, this could be a precognitive model. So what you're going to do when you've got a possible precognitive dream, you are going to look for gates. You are going to see gates, look for gates, draw gates. Just prepare yourself for that other world that was coming. And my other world that was coming was that I wasn't the daughter anymore. I'm the mother now. And I'm the future grandmother of my children. That's my other world. And I'm not saying that mourning is different. It's very healthy to mourn somebody. But I think that the process would have been smoother for me if I had catched that meaning at that time, that point in time, and I could have prepared my psyche to look for gates, to draw gates, to envision gates, to get myself into a visitation into another world, through the gate into the other reality that was awaiting for me. So, that was the first example. Does anybody want to share another dream? Yeah?